Did I tell you about the Slump Babies, Paul?
No, no. What's the Slump Babies?
Well, when I got into state advances after a year or two, I looked around and a lot of the senior people were slump babies. Or they'd been through the slump and they came out so conservative they wouldn't spend money and they didn't think anyone else should spend money or anything.
Wouldn't take risks.
And our lending in the state advances suffered because of that. A lot of people were deprived of getting a loan. So when I got to Invercargill as district appraiser in charge, I thought, now I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to lend to whoever needs it. And so what I did, I went and saw the head of the Southland Building Society, who lend money on farms, the Southland Savings Bank, who also did, and the AMP Society. So I said to them, now listen, we should be able to work in together so no one that needs a loan misses in Southland. So I said, when I get a fella that got too much money, I'll send him to you, Noel. Or I'll send him to you. And when you get a fella that hasn't got enough money, you send him to me. And I said, marvellously successful. But I said, in our own office, we had a fellow, Rob Evans, who had a farm at Hedgehope. And Rob, he was very, very conservative. So one day we got a note from a fellow, Owen McLean, at Tokanui, and wanting a loan on this farm he had. So we went down, I said to Rob, come on, we'll go down and see him. So we got in the car and away we went. And when we got there, he's skinning bloody rabbits. And he'd been getting possums at night, shooting all kinds of stuff, shearing. And he had a nice little farm, but, he said, I can't get the bloody farm going, I can't get any money. So I said, well, we'll see what we can do for you. And as we drove out, Rob said, well, that's the last we'll see of him. And I said, why, Rob? He said, no use at the farm. I said, look at what he's doing. Wouldn't matter what you gave him, he'd make a success of it. No, I said, if we can't lend him, close the bloody door. And I said, you've got to look at it that way now with me as boss. And from then on, you wouldn't believe it, I had to stop him sometimes. He got too
enthusiastic,
too generous. But this fellow on McLean did marvellously well. But that's what I call the slump babies.
But you also found that some of the older people in, was it the state advances, was it Murray Rog, people like that were like that,
They were the slump babies, I called them.
Yeah.
Because they had come through the slump and they couldn't see any way of improving the situation.
Yeah.
And they were them. And a whole lot of old ones. They took them on in the state advance in 1936 or 7, just when the slump was probably at its peak.
Yeah.
And that's how they got a lot of them.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that was good.